On the continent of Khorvaire, a chance encounter brought 4 intrepid travelers together on the road to adventure. Though they began as strangers, they soon became known as the Hero Squad.
Morning has broken. The previous day, clearly you had a bad one. You had bad ones. Bad stuff happened.
Yep.
Yeah. You received, Atlas.
Yes.
Received a message, or not a message so much as a dragonfly with some kind of internal message that you felt in the middle of the night. And now it is morning. You guys have the opportunity to go whichever way you like. Your travel is paid for. Your stay is paid for. Parent has made sure to take care of that. So it's really up to y'all which way you would like to go, Fairhaven or Stormhome. Hex has made it clear he's heading to Stormhome.
Did Hex stay with us?
He's there right now.
Okay.
Yeah, he hasn't left yet.
Now that I'm healed and sort of still in my room, can I look inside the pouch that Frost gave me?
Sure.
Wait, are you doing this out with everybody, or are you doing this?
No, this is just him on his own.
He's in his room.
Secrets.
He's on his own. Yeah, in the pouch, there's just a little stone. You don't really know much about it. Can't really tell anything from it.
What color is the stone?
It's sort of like a purpley. It's sort of like an opal kind of thing, so it kind of shines and whatnot, right?
Okay.
So pretty.
So it's kind of like the primary color is actually like a brown, but it's got these cracks through it. And those cracks are, yes, very much like Jazzy's dice. They are this kind of greenish, purplish, bluish kind of, you know.
But it's
opalescence.
It's
It's opalescent, right? So it's got that whole shininess to it.
Okay.
But yeah, there's nothing else about it. But like clearly, you know, this was something important. Yeah.
I tuck it away close to me.
Okay. The day is yours. What do you choose to do?
I'm gonna wake up, go downstairs, get some food.
Morning, love. What would you like?
Good morning, Helga. Can I get some steak and eggs?
Can we all get some steak and eggs?
Of course.
Atlas!
4 rounds of steak and eggs for you. Anything you'd like there, big guy? She's looking at Hex. I'm all right, thank you. All right, you just let me know then, love. She goes, walks behind, and clearly is making some stuff.
We might as well just leave this town. There's not much left for us here.
Thank the gods. Let us leave this town.
I mean, there's that Whispering Rock. Sounds like we'd go crazy if we tried to do anything with it, and the shifters are gone, so there's really no need for us to stay.
I sort of heard from Dawn last night that she seems safe.
You heard
That's good.
from her?
My dragonfly
Do you touch it again?
button?
Yeah.
Don't touch it.
I point at it. It flew away. You guys saw that, right? You guys saw that? You guys saw that.
I saw it.
And then it came to me last night. Or this morning? I actually can't remember.
Middle of the night.
Yeah. And when I touched it, I saw Dawn. And I saw that she was safe.
I'm sure she'll get back in touch with Hersham.
But I
know. They've got a romance going now.
I don't know. I feel relieved to know that we have not burdened them with...
I mean, we.
Well, I feel like we have burdened them.
We've not endangered the rest of the survivors more than we already have.
But I do feel that we've set in motion a chain of events that won't stop. And with us leaving, it's sort of an out of sight, out of mind situation. These things are still going to take place. They will still invade Askelios. They will still try to kill all of the shifters. And they will still try to get whatever this artifact is.
We know that they'll try to get the artifact. The other two things were mentioned we don't have any evidence of.
It sounds like the artifact will be the demise of the shifters and Askelios. If I try to read the letter again.
Oh no. Oh no. You know what it says. You comprehend what it says.
The shifters and centaurs will be driven from the Whisper.
Someone cast silence on him.
I don't have
Wood.
That's what their original goal is, but we prevented that. We have turned this town and given them a positive outlook on the shifters and informed them that the mercenaries are, in fact, the actual culprits of what's happening to them. So the town is not going to be driven against the shifters.
Right, but they're still going to get this artifact, which could mean...
But we don't know what the artifact is.
Exactly.
If we go to Stormhold, they might have some idea.
Fair enough. I just want to make sure that we're not forgetting about this artifact thing, because it seems like it could probably be bad news for all of Khorvaire, possibly.
I mean, that's an assumption.
I would appreciate it if you joined me going to Stormhome.
I think the crazy lightning lady that Hex is after, that seems to be the bigger problem at the moment.
It could be connected. I just want to make sure that
if it's connected, then we'll be running back into it again while we're chasing the Storm Lady.
Well, if we go to Stormhome, you guys were heading for some show in...
We are very late to our show.
You are very late.
Yeah, your show was...
I guess that's
it's
the question.
canceled.
It sounds like Atlas, Hex, and myself don't mind pursuing this artifact situation into Stormhome, but are you guys won't be able just to go back to your life of performing shows. Are you committed to trying to help Hex solve this lightning lady situation?
I think they can lead a life of helping us and performing shows. You don't put them in a box.
Also, out of character, is Stormhome on the way to... Where's the others? Fairhaven?
Fairhaven? No, they are opposite directions.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fairhaven is like southwest. Stormhome is pretty much dead north. And you're roughly the same distance between the two.
Is Stormhome as big as Fairhaven, or is it smaller?
No, Fairhaven... Stormhome is still a big city.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of a resort city.
A resort
Yeah.
city, you don't say.
So,
Oh
yeah.
my.
So where Fairhaven is sort of more like, kind of like your standard mercantile industrial hub type city, does have a much larger population. I think it's got like 2 or 3 times as many people. Stormhome has, I think it's like a population of like 15,000 roughly, which is pretty big for Khorvaire standards. And what you would know about Stormhome that's really fascinating is that while it is to the far north, where you would expect everything to be cold and icy, right? It actually has a magical spell cast upon it to make it a temperate or a tropical climate. Essentially,
does?
Yeah. So it literally rests within the eye of a storm. There is a magical storm that has been erected by the people who founded Stormhome that kind of surrounds it, making it very difficult for anyone to try and assail Stormhome. But inside the eye of the storm is actually one of the most delightful places.
Does it look like a hurricane? Like, what is it?
Yeah, like a swirling mass all around it. Like if you're approaching Stormhome, you just see these blackened skies that just like lightning crackling everywhere. But once you're there, I mean, it's like you're in Hawaii.
Yeah, you're in the eye of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Christina.
Everyone wants to go to Stormhome.
Christina, since you are my partner in this, we could, like I said, since we have missed our show at Fairhaven, and we are touring in this general area, we could make an exception and go to Stormhome.
I will go wherever you want to go, sister.
All right, give me about an hour. I need to figure out some business aspects.
Then while you're doing whatever it is you're doing,
I'm rescheduling all of our shows, yes.
I'm going to figure out travel for us then.
Perrin, actually, he said he
paid for it, but you're going to go arrange
He
it.
gave us money.
Yeah.
But yeah, I talked to Hex. Hex, what would be the most efficient way for us to travel to Stormhome?
Well, obviously, an airship would be the best choice, but I don't think that that's necessarily an option. So probably horse-drawn carriage.
Horse-drawn carriage.
Yes.
All right.
Make sure you get a Conestoga wagon.
What?
Oh, she's bringing some Oregon Trail.
A Conestoga wagon. It's the biggest wagon. It holds 5,000 pounds.
I feel bad for the ox that have to pull that.
Or the horses.
Horses.
Would I talk to the inn? Would the inns here be the ones that are renting?
No, love, there's a man round the back. You just go and ask him.
The man around the back.
You have the stables where the horses are, you know.
All right.
That's where you're going to find travel, right?
Thanks, Elja.
You're welcome.
All right, so I go find the man around the back.
In the stables. Essentially, yeah, there's just a guy working out there.
Sure.
And when you come up, like he immediately kind of looks at you and he's all like, "You must be who that Halfling was talking about."
Who?
The Halfling. Perrin?
Oh, small guy.
Aye.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ready to go whenever you are.
All right. You knew to set us up with some. What do you have? What are your carriages? What do you have for us to travel?
Oh,
with?
yeah. Finest carriage we got. You paid for it up in front. Yeah. Been waiting for you.
Right on.
Draft horses and everything.
Draft horses.
Oh, yeah. Strongest we got. Fastest we got.
So how long do you think it'll take us to get to Stormhold if we want?
Oh, probably a few days.
Okay.
A few days travel. It's far, but it's not so bad.
All right. Well, ready up. We'll probably be ready to leave in about an hour.
All right. I'll be here. I'll have the horses ready to go. Give me all your stuff and we'll go.
What was your name again?
Anders.
Anders.
Oh.
Thank you. All right.
I hate you guys making me give names to characters you're going to talk to once.
I mean, it's nice to have a name.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get it.
I miss Steven.
Anders going to come back at the final boss
I was going to
fight.
say, in a lot of video games,
his
when you got to talk to a
horses?
random person, what does it say? It says, like, townsperson, villager.
I name all of my
You guys,
characters.
I know, I bet you do. And that's good of you.
I miss
didn't.
Steven Chambers.
Amber.
Steven Crumbus.
Krambus. It was Staven.
It was
Krambus.
I'm going to write this down, Anders.
Staven Krambus.
All right, so I go back in and I announce that we'll have a carriage ready and it'll be ready in an hour.
Hex kind of is already carrying stuff out to
sweet.
the cart. He's already been grabbing all of y'all's stuff. Anything that you guys have been leaving. Just
Don't forget all of my hat boxes, please.
He's wearing all of them.
I would never be so presumptuous as to wear someone else's hat without their permission.
Says the man.
Wait, did I just hear sass from a Hex? Did Hex
That was
learn
not Hex.
sass?
That was the person
No, that was Hex.
packing.
No, that was Hex.
Oh.
He said I would never be so
Oh, I
presumptuous
didn't mean to
as to wear,
sass Hex. I thought
as
that
to
was
wear someone else's
someone.
hat.
And he's putting a hat back in the box.
No, but then he turns to Brittany. He's like, "But I wouldn't turn up an opportunity to wear another hat."
Hex,
You can wear as many hats as you
Hex,
want.
remember to
You look
wink when you
darling
say
in them.
that.
I like to think of it like blowing a kiss from your eye.
Also, for the podcast, Price.
I covered up one of my eyes
Yeah.
with my hand because
Yes.
Hex can't wink. So he does kind of open up one of.
You may try them
hat
all
boxes, and he pulls out one. It's actually like a very big, almost like a Derby Day hat.
Yeah.
And he puts that one on.
Beautiful.
You know,
Dashing.
You can't tell when he's smiling, but his eyes kind of like light up a little more.
need a mint julep to
Then
go
he
with.
closes the hat box and then continues to carry everything out. But now he's wearing a derby hat.
Y'all, we're ready to go.
Is anyone else going to do anything else in town before y'all leave?
I mean, I have to find some sort of magical messaging place and send messages to.
I just
the
assumed you
shows.
did it.
I did.
Yeah.
I basically rearranged our schedule so that our next show is going to be in Stormhome in the next. How long did they say it's going to take to get there?
A couple days.
So yeah, in the
2-3 days.
and in the next 4 days, so we have some time to.
I'd like to
prepare.
go to Hersham's house.
Okay.
Do you tell us this that you're going to Hersham's house? You just go.
Just assume he ain't telling you nothing.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm just
fine.
going.
You're going to go to Hersham's house, okay?
Yes, and knock and
Communal opens the door. What you want?
nice to see you too, Camille. Is Hersham around?
Aye.
May I speak with him?
He's healing up.
I'll ask again. May I speak with him?
What do you have to say to Hersham?
Look, we're leaving town. I like Hersham. I want to make sure that he knows where we're going.
Dad, let him in. He opens the door wider and lets you in.
Thank you. Hersham, we're going to Stormhome.
Okay.
And I just want to let you know where we're going to be, all right? So that if you need to get in touch with us, you can send word, let us know what's happening here in Askelios.
Have you heard anything about Dawn?
Atlas sent one of those dragonflies and got word that she's okay.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
I want to make sure that you know where we'll be. I'm going to try to find some answers no matter where we go.
Okay.
But if you need to get a hold of us, send word to Stormhole.
Okay. You'll be in Stormhome. If I hear anything from Dawn or anyone, I'll try and reach out to you.
Fantastic.
Thank you
You're welcome.
for everything you've done. And tell your friends. I
will.
know that my dad's...
He's a piece of work.
He means well. He's just very protective. But I think that you should know that, you know, if you hadn't shown up, we would all probably have died there.
Well, that does make me feel better because I kind of feel like we got you into this mess.
No. I don't think you did.
Okay, that's great. Well, we're going to go heal up. I hope that you and Dawn find each other again. And just be sure to know that I'm going to try to find answers about this artifact wherever we go.
Thank you.
And invite us to the wedding.
And also, invite us to the wedding?
I hope the hangover wasn't too bad this morning.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about.
And I tickle him.
Roll for gentle.
Oh, it was not gentle.
Not the gentlest. What can I add to gentle?
So he kind of
sleight of hand to gentle. So that's 13.
All right, so like you got to tickle him. He's like, okay, stop.
You were really like, get the
No
hell
scooping.
okay, cool. Thank you.
It works better on halflings.
Okay.
That's a weird thing to say.
This is getting really awkward now. Could you please leave?
Yeah. This usually happens. I'll see
Now
you
we're
later.
never getting invited to the wedding.
Look, when things get awkward with
better
me
on
and
halflings.
when things get awkward with me and Perrin, I tickle him, and then things seem to be all right.
He's just a jovial guy. He's always ready for some tickles. Yeah, I said it.
My social cues, they're all right.
Clearly.
Me and Hex were not that far
Clearly.
removed.
Hex is learning. You're forgetting. I don't know.
What Hex learns steals from Rhaegar.
He's sapping your social
It's like the Neverending Story too, with the orbs.
He's never been the same after your charm spell is what it is.
I just want to say I love any reference to Neverending Story 2 because
Right?
nobody ever talks about Neverending Story 2.
I do, apparently.
All right. What else is there to do in this town?
I am ready to go.
Yeah,
I'm ready to go.
All
I
right.
rearranged everything. It's fine.
What is in this carriage? Like what has it been?
It's
The
all
grandfather
y'all
clock.
and y'all's belongings and very little else. So, traveling goes pretty well. All right. You first go by carriage. Nothing out of the ordinary happens. It's a pretty well traveled road. You do see a lot of other traffic moving along it as you're going along. So there's no real fear of being attacked by bandits or anything like that. It seems like a pretty safe road to move along.
Question.
Yes.
Does Hex walk alongside us, or is he actually with us on the carriage?
He's on the carriage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's driving?
Anders.
The chariot guy.
Is it the
Anders.
chariot guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if he came along with us.
Yeah.
Also, do we
He's not going
see,
to just give you the carriage.
does Hex become a rock, paper, scissors expert by the end of this trip?
You don't get to know.
Let's roll. Okay.
Yeah. Jazz, what are you rolling?
I'm trying to find
Everybody
my
else roll. I want to see.
Are we all
Everybody
playing?
roll a d20.
20!
6.
17.
All right. So Rhaegar is the best at rock paper scissors. He always wins, almost like he's cheating.
Can I take my roll back because I don't want any of this game?
You tried, and then you immediately.
I failed once, and I was
you?
like,
That's the
"F this
question.
game."
Atlas also pretty good.
I talk.
Hex almost caught up to you.
Okay.
You got a 16. You got a 17. He's suddenly you're like, oh, perhaps the student will become the teacher, right? Christina, you engaged too, but you're just not quite up to snuff with Hex and the rest of the gang.
I think I'm more amused the fact that we're having a good time with Hex.
Yeah.
Christina, you gotta throw more than rock. There's more than just that.
It's nothing more than rock.
Well, you know,
Good old rock. Nothing beats rock.
You can bash anything with a rock, okay?
true.
You'll win 33% of the time.
Good old rock.
Yeah, all the time.
I like to think that it's my sleight of hand, and every time I throw, like I do like a ho 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 over here. Like, what? And then all of a sudden, paper.
And I also like to think that at some point, Christina, to prove her point, it's like, no, look, and like takes a piece of paper and then takes a rock and then punches a hole
I
through
would
that paper
definitely do that.
with a rock. Look, rock always wins. And Brittany, like you said, you lost once, and we're like, I'm never doing this
Yeah.
again.
I hate this game.
do not
this is
enjoy
a
this
dumb game
Dumbest game,
for babies.
yeah, for babies.
Can't charm
Dumb
this
game for babies.
I can't cast a spell on this game.
So to answer your question, yes, he does get a lot better.
Okay.
But Rhaegar is the champion still. So you make your way to the ferry. Again, lots of other people getting onto the ferry. It's a very large boat. I mean, it's huge, like a cruise ship.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this place.
And yeah, it's a fun little like party ship. Like, I mean, there's drinks, there's like lots of laughter and fun and people talking, everything like that. It's a good time.
I'm sure Perrin has paid for our stay.
Oh, it's all covered. Everything's covered.
We should really be hanging out with Perrin more often.
You bid adieu to Anders. He heads back on his way, and then you head north on this ferry. And as you're coming up to Stormhome, like I said, you can see the sky dark above you. You can see lightning crackling across it. It has started to get a lot chillier, kind of like as you've been going further north. Because it's like think about one of them Alaskan cruises. That's what you're basically on at this point.
How many days on the cruise ship?
Only a couple.
I would say that
it was included.
A show.
It was included in the
part of the package.
Yeah.
But it'll take like 3-4 days to get there, or whatever. Yeah. But so you're saying you're going to perform a show?
Yeah, I mean, I talked to the person aboard who's
sure.
in charge of events.
You talked to the skipper.
Yeah.
And they're like, heck yeah! We got a special guest performance tonight, y'all! Questiny's child is in the house! Roll for charisma real quick.
Charisma or perform?
Roll charisma. No, this is just charisma.
I got 13.
Okay. What'd you get?
9.
All right. So roughly half of the people are kind of like, all right, yeah, okay, cool. So it seems like maybe they know who you are. But then the other half of the people are like, who's that?
We're too far north.
Yeah.
But we have shows here.
Too far north.
Only the diehards,
It's
they're
true.
the ones. So yeah, you decide to put on a show. So roll your performance. See how it goes.
Jesus performance.
Christ,
Where is my
14.
18.
All right, you put on a pretty good show.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely more cheers than anything else, right? Like everybody's really enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
And the promoter's like, dude, that was great, man. We should totally have you on here again. Have you ever done like a cruise tour? We can go like all the way out to Scion Sound. We can roll through the Eldine Bay. It's up
sounds
Our
fantastic.
people will contact your people.
Okay,
We'll figure it out in the future.
I hand over our business parchment.
Right. And so it's
It's
like,
got all of our details on it.
oh,
Yes.
yeah, we'll call you.
For sure.
And
We have to finish up our current tour.
and so he kind of like signs it, and like you can see that he like really didn't realize what he was getting into. And he grabs like a little coin purse kind of thing, and he like opens it up and takes a couple of coins out, hands you the purse.
Thank you.
Okay, so shuffleboard it is for the rest of the whole time.
I like magic. That was my favorite song.
What?
I'm addicted to you. Don't you know that you're magic? That's a good one. I liked it.
Thanks. I'm impressed you remembered the lyrics.
Yeah.
Hex was kind of head back and forth. This time, not wearing a hat, a wig.
A wig.
Yeah.
Where'd he get a wig?
From our wig stash.
From your wig stash.
Oh,
Obviously.
I don't have a wig stash.
Yeah.
I do.
I know you do.
And so this wig, is very much kind of like an 80s hair metal type wig. Like
It looks
teased
very good.
to perfection, everything like that. Yeah. Like that, but not.
More straight. More like Jareth.
So you make a nice little penny off of
How
this.
much?
We'll say 12 silver.
Ooh.
It's better than before.
So because you guys did a performance, I will give you the opportunity to do something. I'm mostly looking at him because I'm assuming he's going to try and steal something from someone.
Why would you ever assume that about Rhaegar?
Oh, speaking of, so like 3 episodes ago, I stole a wallet, and I never asked how much was in the wallet. Can we go back to that? How much do you think was in the
I
wallet?
think that's a lit.
Who did
I
you
mean, it's
steal the
been
wallet
3
from?
days.
The guy who was passed out in the bar.
5 silver.
5 silver. Nice. Great. That's great. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Atlas,
So
what are you
I know
doing?
how much I'm rolling with.
Alice went to our concert.
Well, what else
Yeah.
is he doing? He
I
has.
mean, if there's people hanging out in the bar, then maybe like I play a game of poker or something. That's like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Would Atlas gamble?
Yeah, I'd gamble.
Okay. All right. You want-
Gambling
okay.
boy.
All right. So let's just say
He's growing up
you
before
play a
us.
little.
I don't know how I can deal with
You
this.
play a little of Thraxis Hold'em.
Okay, sounds good.
I want to imagine Hex is with you.
Come on, River. Bring me back. Bring me back.
Go ahead. Roll a d20.
All right.
This is great.
Oh,
5.
You rolled a 5?
Yeah.
Oh man, I didn't roll high either, but higher than you.
Okay.
All right, so you've lost a silver.
I've lost a silver.
I would also like to gamble.
Okay.
I'm playing roulette.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right.
Can we just never leave this cruise ship?
So I take the 5 silver that I got.
I really quick, I just want to mention, I didn't plan on the cruise ship. But then people started to question, how are we going to get there? And now we're on a cruise ship.
So I take the 5 silver that
Instead of like black or red, you could do odds or evens or something like that.
Oh, okay. All right. Because I was going to do black or red.
I mean, or you just assign black
But I mean,
to odds.
like we don't have a black. Yeah.
What I'll do is you tell me what you want to roll, and I'll basically roll if you hit it or not.
Okay, I'm
Odds and evens, yeah.
taking my 5 silver and putting it on evens.
Evens.
Yep.
Okay. Well, then I'll roll D6. If it's evens, you win. You put 5 silver on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 1, buddy. That's an odd. You just lost 5
I
silver.
confirm.
But I roll sleight of hand and I bump it from the odd line to
All right, roll sleight of hand.
Okay. That's not very good. It's 11.
Don't get thrown out of the casino.
So yeah, you kind of try and bump the table, but you kind of like what happens is like as you're going to do it deftly, you guys also kind of hit like a little bit of turbulence like on the waves, so you kind of like lean more, right? And you kind of smack it a little bit, and the roulette dealer guy kind of like looks at you, he's kind of like, yeah, the house wins.
It was the wave.
And kind of pulls the money back, you know.
I have a question.
He doesn't kick you out or anything, but you can tell you should move to a different table.
It was the wave.
Everyone's doing the wave.
Hex is behind the guy and he looks at you and he kind of goes,
For those listening,
I did the Hex wink.
I have a question.
Yes.
Trademark.
Is
wink.
there a bath house on this cruise ship?
Of course there's a bathhouse on this cruise
I'm
ship.
going to the bathhouse.
Okay.
I will reside in the bathhouse, the bar, and the stage for the rest of the 3 days.
I forgot that our inn only had a bucket for a bath.
Cheers, love. All right. So is there anything else that anyone else would like to do on here? You don't want to roll for anything in the bathhouse, I assume. You just want to go
I just
there.
want to take a bath and relax and drink some wine and sit in a tub.
You have a wonderful decadent time?
Yes, I do.
All right. I think that's all I want to do.
Okay. So
How many cuties are in the bathhouse? No,
roll for cuties. Roll a D8.
Oh, D8 for cuties.
3 cuties.
3 cuties.
There's 3 cuties in there.
Good.
It's a good amount of cuties.
Yeah, you don't want too many.
Yeah.
No.
If there's too many cuties, then you got to compete with other cuties.
Exactly.
always cuties in the bathhouse.
So, as I was saying earlier, you make your way towards the end of Scion Sound, and that's where you can see like the raging of the storm. And as you're kind of like cresting into it, you get a little afraid, right? Like you can clearly see you're heading into a storm. The waves are going crazy, everything like that. And somehow it appears that the boat is navigating through these waves in a way that leaves it pretty much unscathed. There's rocks around. I mean, it's very treacherous, but whoever's running this boat knows exactly how to get through here.
I'm standing like a little kid, just like in awe of one.
Yeah, totally. And like, I mean, it is like a huge, like almost tsunami style wave will like come up and you're like, and it'll just kind of like crest right in front of you and then move around, right? So you're clearly getting through here somehow. And as you make it through into the eye of the storm, suddenly sun shining bright, birds flying around inside. I mean, you know, the sun, like, I mean, it's gorgeous. There's trees everywhere that you can see. I mean, it looks like a wonderful tropical paradise.
Yeah.
And Stormhome itself, you can see the massive towers of the city, airships circling around inside, and also some of them weaving through into the storm and yet seemingly fine.
That seems terrifying.
Yeah.
I think magic.
Yeah. And it's a good... It's a good guess.
Always magic, Ash.
Good guess. And so, yeah, you can see, you've made it to the island. You're pulling into the major port in the middle of the city. So as you're, pulling in, you're seeing lots of people, lots of activity. I mean, it is a bustling, wonderful paradise. Yeah. And clearly, there's lots of money floating around here in Stormhome.
This is a good place to be.
So, as you arrive, is there anything that you would like to do as you step off the boat into Stormhome before... Well, I guess, what would you like to do?
Did Lordrum or Perrin leave us like a direct place that they were staying in the letter?
Yeah, I imagine they
Yeah.
set everything up.
Yes, they left the names of a few places, because they had said, we'll pay for your travel, but they didn't know where you were going to go, right? So they didn't say, oh, you're going to arrive at this place and then go to here and then go to there, but they did say, here are the names of our different establishments. The one in particular is, they said, the Blink and Mystic is a place where you could go that...
Is it an
they
inn?
said there would be. It's a resort.
Oh, we're going there.
Did you say the Blinking Mystic?
The Blink and Mystic.
The Blinking Mystic.
Yeah.
Okay.
I asked Hex where he wants to go, since this is where the city that he wanted to go to.
I honestly don't know.
Well, we should probably check in at the resort first, make sure that all of our luggage is secured, and then we can go explore the city.
You just went to the bathhouse, and immediately you want to go to the resort as well.
Well, what I love though is like the way that you said that is clearly you're like saying it in a way that's like, we've got to do this. But really, you're like, Hex, I would love it if you would carry all of our luggage to the resort.
I wasn't someone else can help with the luggage. I'm sure there's a strapping young boy somewhere around here. I could give a couple silver
you left
to.
Hersham.
I sidled up to Atlas without Brittany's knowing. I was like, just nod and agree. Let's just go.
Rolling my eyes, like, yeah, all right.
But yeah, no, Hex does kind of says like, I honestly don't know what, but I'll have to try and find out if that woman came here, I guess.
Do you have a contact here in Stormhome?
I know.
No? Well, I mean, you were obviously carrying something.
I'm not sure what I was carrying. I just know I had to come here, and I guess I'll look for the airship.
Do you know what the airship was called, or?
I just remember what it looked like.
Yeah, maybe after we should head to the airship field. Yeah.
Dock.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, let's go to the Blinking Hex. Let's just drop off our stuff. We don't have
The
like
Blink and Mystic.
Oh, I wrote it down wrong.
That's all right. No, what I love is like the Blink and Hex is this.
Sorry, I wrote it down wrong.
For those of you guys listening, he just blinked with both of his
I
hands.
put both of my hands over my eyes, and that goes from a wink to a blink, and that is Hex.
Also, people talk in resorts. Yeah. I'm sure we can pick up a bit of gossip right now.
I would love any help that you could give me.
I kind of want to see Hex in a bathing suit.
What?
Oh, you'll see.
He looks at Atlas. You're kind of his security blanket at this point.
Well, I mean, good news is I brought a towel still, so...
And he just looks into the distance. Okay, so you guys want to head to the Blink and Mystic.
Yes, we do.
So Hex kind of gathers up as much of your luggage as he can. You can carry quite a bit. I assume Atlas takes most of the rest.
I'll take as much as I can, sure.
And you walk, down the ways into the city. Let me pull up a map. There is a map online of Stormhome.
Fashioning my shield into a shelf, basically, for me to just load stuff on
Oh,
top of.
I like that.
So you're like a server who's like, I got your luggage.
So if you look online, there is a map of Stormhome. So you would have come into what would be referred to as Kraken Bay, which is at the southern end of the island. The Blink and Mystic is not too far away. It would be in the Dawn side, so you're going to head a little bit north and a little bit to the east, but you're not moving too far. And so it's not that hard to find where you guys are trying to head. And so you arrive at this little kind of, I say little, not little, a medium-sized kind of resort / bar / hotel, lodging, everything like that. Very much the kind of thing that you would see in, Hawaii or another tropical island. And lots of people with drinks with little umbrellas and things walking around. Very, very opulent.
Yeah.
Clearly a very expensive place to go stay. As you walk in, there is this big adornment above the this kind of archway as you walk into this resort that is it's what's called a blinking dog. You would know what this is.
Okay.
It's a famous creature. They're known to kind of come to the aid of people who are in need, right? So think of a Saint Bernard.
Okay.
Right. The thing with Saint Bernards with the keg underneath it, but they don't look much like a Saint Bernard. It's more like kind of like a Doberman Pinscher kind of thing. But in the world of Eberron, they're known as the dog that comes to your aid. Also, you see adorned lots of grapes and wheat and all kinds of symbols of kind of decadence.
Yeah.
Right? Wine, debauchery, all kinds of stuff are associated with this place. Clearly.
Yeah.
How many naked statues are there?
Many naked statues. Not so much statues. They're carved out of local wood and kind of thing. So it's clearly it's like, you know, the style is very much in a this tree washed ashore or this log washed ashore and we carved it into something beautiful.
And naked.
And naked, yes. Lots
Good,
of nudity. So as you know, kind of walk in and you, I assume, head into the main lobby area.
We do.
You hear...
Huffing and puffing.
Yeah, huffing and puffing.
Carrying our stuff in.
There is kind of like a snooty man at the desk who kind of like looks at you and is like, can I help you?
Yes, thank you. So here's all of our luggage.
We are special guests of Perrin.
Your special guests of Perrin?
Yes.
What's your name?
Questini's child.
I thought you were going to say Abe Froman.
He's kind of
The
flipping
king
through
of
a book
Stormhome.
and looking at you very questioningly.
I hand him the note.
Right. He looks at the note and kind of... follow me. Follow me, please. Our esteemed guests, follow me. Okay, yes, hi. Oh, boy. Yes, follow me. This way. Come.
What's your name?
My name is Zebo. Thank you very much. I hate you guys so much.
Thank you so much, Sibo. Oh, if anyone else, nope, it's a cool. I got it.
I hate you guys. So Zebo, as he was always named,
First of his name.
Yeah, first of his name, Zebo, leads you out to a very large estate kind of space on the property, right? Like clearly this is the biggest space that you could stay in.
This will do.
And as he, you know, kind of brings you up into it, you know, he kind of pushes the doors open and you guys walk in and from the top of the stairs you hear, "Oh, you made it! Oh, it's so great to see you. Brittany, Christina, Atlas, Hex, Rhaegar."
Hey, Perrin!
There's your punishment. It's so great to see you. I'm so happy you were able to make it here. What happened? How are you? What's going on? What has happened since we last left you?
We must talk over a glass of wine. It has been an arduous journey.
Of course, you must be parched.
Oh,
We've
we
got
are.
anything you could think of. Lordrum, they're here. Lordrum comes like walking out, and Lordrum actually is in kind of more like casual gear. Like it looks like
Casual.
yeah.
Lordrum.
So no, he's actually wearing kind of like more like a flowing silk robe kind of thing.
I knew he was probably hot.
Yeah. So
How muscly is he?
no, he's more like
lean?
like lean. Yeah.
Yeah.
But fit, right?
Like yeah, tall, thin, fit.
Like he's still chiseled.
I mean, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Brad Pitt in Fight Club.
Right.
I mean, he's not that cut. I mean, he's not like a superhero. I mean, he's just like, yeah, he's a well-built guy, but like thin, skinny, yeah.
Like Edward Norton in Fight
A
Club.
tall, handsome elf. He's a tall, handsome elf.
I'm just trying to storm
elf.
away.
Yeah, more like Ed Norton than Fight Club.
Okay.
Less Brad Pitt, more Ed Norton. So Lordrum comes out. I was like, oh, I honestly wasn't expecting you all so soon. I thought you had to go to Fairhaven.
Well, plans change.
Yeah.
Well, welcome. We're glad to have you here. Of course we are, Lordrum. Be more excited. Our friends are here. Oh, let's have a drink. Let's talk. I want to know everything that's happened. Everything. And so Perrin leads you into, you know, just kind of like the next room. And there's a whole bunch of staff kind of like walking around, like, you know, preparing things and moving things around.
I make sure that we also tipped Zebo appropriately for their help.
How much was appropriate?
I don't know.
He sassed you guys before he knew who you were.
He did. Yeah. When you say appropriate, I
You
feel like
tipped him bubblegum.
No. I mean, he probably has to deal with a whole bunch of assholes all day long.
Or
So I
he's
gave
the
him-
asshole.
I feel like
that
we
he
should
has to deal
play
with other people all
like
along.
the Pretty Woman card and be like, "You made a big mistake. Huge. You know? Yeah. Remember us? Remember? Big mistake.
Huge.
Huge.
So he gets you a whole round of drinks. Anything you could ask for.
Baron Lord, I just want to first say thank you so much for all of your hospitality and travel and everything. You've been so welcoming to us.
You helped us when we needed help, so it's only what we could offer. Also, of course, I'm a huge fan of Quest City's Chat. How could I not extend my hospitality to the two of them?
Perrin.
I mean, come
You're
on.
such a dear.
But of course, I love you as well. I don't want you to feel like I only love Quest City's Child. You, of course, are now my greatest of friends. You are always welcome anywhere that belongs to Parrot. Green bottle, of course.
Let us drink to those wonderful words.
Of course. Oh,
Prost.
you are the best. Oh, I love you guys so much.
Prost.
Cheers.
Prost.
Well, it's no boar's milk, but it's pretty good.
What?
Right? I don't think I'm going to be able to find something that can really take the place of that boar's milk.
To
Boar's
really
milk? What
just
is-
mess you up as much as boar's milk can.
Lordrum, we need to get some boar's milk. What the?
Make that a thing.
Is that a thing?
It's a thing with the shifters, and I tell you, mwah.
Look, we're always looking to diversify our menu. I've never heard of this boar's milk, but I mean, if we could make that happen, I mean, we'll do it.
Try it
It'll
warm with a little bit of chocolate.
Warm with
And
chocolate.
coffee.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Just be careful which boy child you give it to.
What?
Don't give
Don't
it to
listen
Lord.
to him.
I don't often feed boy children, but I guess I'll take that advice. What?
You made this weird.
Tickle him.
Don't do that.
I roll for tickle.
No.
It's a 3. It's a very bad tickle.
You go into tickle and Lordrum steps in. Is like,
You've tickled
In
enough,
his
sir.
robe. In his robe, he does.
yeah. This silk robe. He's committed to it. He's in it.
All right. All right.
What my good friend Rhaegar was trying to say is, I tell him all of what we just did. I relay the story.
Oh my.
The shifters and the fire, and I got shot.
Twice.
Are you okay?
I mean, still recovering emotionally from it, but yeah, I'm fine.
Well, we could arrange for you to get a massage or something, just trying to help you, kind of recover from this pain. That
sounds
great.
I got shot too.
You did not get shot.
You caused a shooting.
Okay, fine. I'm lying. I just want a massage.
I mean, an arrow did
It
pass
grazed
by
my
her
hair.
face.
I can't
must have been
sleep
so hard
anymore.
for
It was very hard, Atlas. I lost sleep over it. Not as much sleep.
You're
as
all
you.
welcome. Massages all around.
Even for Hex?
Hex, you can have whatever you like. Do you have any fancy hats? They get him a fancy hat.
Awesome.
What
We
does
can
it
go
look
take
like?
a trip to the hat makers.
It's kind of like
Hatter.
it's like woven out of like reeds and stuff like that. Like clearly, like this is one like made like on the beach kind of
Tropical
thing, right?
hat.
Tropical hat.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Does it have flowers in it?
Yes.
Does it have seashells in it?
No.
Yes.
No seashells. Just
Wait.
flowers.
It's made out of seashells.
I guess it's fancy.
Woven
Seashell
seashell.
necklace goes along with
Perrin.
it. It's different.
Our good friend Hex is looking for a particular airship. I feel like you probably have connections with the airship company.
I mean, you mean the airship?
The airship that we
The
saw at the
airship.
train, the one that took off with the lightning lady.
Yes. I've been trying to find out more about what happened on the train.
You have.
Yes, it's a very complicated business. I mean, I guess I feel comfortable telling you. Of course, you were there. You saw what happened. The airship did belong to one of the great houses. Now, they claim that it was rented. They claim that it's been missing. But it did apparently fall under the ownership of House Farlon.
Farlon?
Farlon, which it's spelled like Phiarlon, I believe.
I haven't heard of
Let me
House
look it
Farlon.
up. It's one of the oldest houses in all of Khorvaire.
Okay.
They're known for being performers.
okay.
Acrobats, circus performers, musicians, singers, etc. That's kind of like their main thing. Between you and me, that's not their main business.
Really? What have you heard?
Lordrum, is this Okay. Mordrum kind of like looks at Perrin, like kind of nods.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they impress you with their performance, and then they learn secrets, say in the bedroom or by listening behind doors. They're the biggest spy organization in all of Khorvaire.
So they deal in secrets and information trading.
Indeed.
By getting in as performers.
Indeed. They can make it into any court. They can make it into any home. Now,
Interesting.
I would hope that if you are going to share this information that you will not connect it with my name.
Absolutely
Of course
not.
not.
I don't even know your name.
Thank you.
That's actually kind of rude to say to our host.
No, I think that Perrin interpreted that as
As a
like
joke.
as like the, you know, what name? But he probably means it legitimately.
No,
but,
I've also been around
exactly,
enough that I'm like,
yeah.
I can't tell if it's a joke.
Right. So he relays that information to you. So I've been looking more and more into it. The trail has gone cold, essentially. What I will tell you is that House Farland does happen to have a touring group coming through Stormhome right now.
What are they performing? What are they touring as?
Their greatest circus act, acrobatics, beast tamers, all kinds of great performance. It's actually a great show, I gotta say. It's really a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. But they will be here, and I'm thinking that if that's what you're interested in finding out more about, that could potentially be a good route to pursue.
Where are they playing at?
In the Hippodrome.
The Hippodrome?
Yes.
That's not where you guys are performing, is it?
It might. Let me. Hold on.
So you wouldn't have a show at the Hippodrome because it's all sold out for their show.
But we could have a show after.
But you could potentially have a show there at some point, yes. Mm-hmm. It's kind of the largest of the... there's a handful of performing stages and whatnot in Stormhome. The Hippodrome would be the largest one.
We don't have a show there yet. However, Perrin might be able to use his influence to get us a show, and then we might be able to find out a little more information.
I do appreciate that you think I'm that important.
But you
and
are,
you're
darling.
Right. I can totally help you out there. But it will be a while. They do have it sold out for quite some time, and you know, I don't want to be too obvious in what I'm trying to do, so I don't know if that would be something that would be too smart to do right away. However,
how long are we talking about?
If you would like to be my esteemed guests at the circus, I could certainly bring you along, and perhaps you could schmooze with the acrobats and the others. Considering you are great performers, they may know of the great Questity's child. Well, and if you need someone to talk you up, I could certainly do it.
I'm thinking if these people are such great performers, they probably know who you are. You don't need to perform at the Hippodrome. Is that what it's called?
Hippodrome.
Hippodrome. The Hippodrome.
Hippopotamus.
The Hip-Hop Anonymous.
Roll a d20 real quick for comprehension.
12.
All right, so you call it the Hip-Hop Anonymous.
Look, you don't need to play a show at the Hip Hop Anonymous in order for these people to know who you are. You guys are famous performers. I'm sure because they are of the same craft as you, they know who you are.
You have a valid point, Rhaegar. We will need to get new dresses, though.
I think that Perrin will get us in, and then you two rub elbows with these guys.
Are you two not coming?
Oh,
No,
Heck's not
I'll
coming?
be there. They just won't know I'll be there.
Rhaegar just did a little flashy move.
I was going to say, did you just do a John Cena?
I did a John Cena, having never seen a John Cena.
Well, no one's ever seen John Cena.
There's a fantasy John Cena, obviously.
Fantasy John Cena.
He's
His
part
name
of the
is Joan
wrestling
Cena, of course.
He's obviously part of the fantasy wrestling circuit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
He'll be
FWE.
performing at the Hippodrome.
At the FWE.
Yep, for sure.
So yeah, while you two are rubbing elbows, me and Rhaegar, we'll check out what's happening behind the scenes.
Yes, but we're going to have to get you both new outfits. And hacks. A fancy hat.
I would love that.
He
We'll go
just got a
shopping.
fancy hat. I feel like you're spoiling the boy.
Is everyone a boy? Is everyone a boy?
Reminder that Hex is like taller than everyone and is massive and probably weighs 1,200 pounds.
Childish.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, he's a Warforged. So he's probably only like 4 years old.
Who's older, Hex or Rhaegar?
Oh,
I'm
definitely
gonna say
Rhaegar.
Hex.
No, Hex is like 4 years old.
Yeah.
Oh.
Warforged are kind of young for the most part.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
But they're also like born fully adult.
Yeah.
Right? So it's a whole thing.
Okay.
he's still technically a boy. Then.
Yeah. He's a young boy. Sweet boy.
Sweet boy.
Sweet boy Hex.
Sweet boy.
Okay. So, is it a makeover scene? Is that what's happening right now?
I think it is.
Of course it is. Vacation all I ever wanted. And you're just like, it's just between all these
It's a
different stores. It's a
montage.
montage. Hex
Somebody
walks
cue
out.
the Go-Go's,
Yeah.
and we're just going to be...
Hex walks out in like a dress, and you're kind of like, and then he walks out in like a really nice suit, and you're like, and then he walks out in a Hawaiian shirt and some short shorts, and you're
Which
like,
I actually love.
yes,
Yeah.
that's
But
the
he
thumbs
needs
up.
the other outfit for the
What other
show.
outfit?
Well, it's a performance. It's a
fancy.
circus. It's a circus.
Oh, you mean the leotard?
Formal.
It is formal. We're staying in the suites. Parents' suites.
Hex is wearing a one of the tuxedo T-shirts.
Oh my god.
No, he is not.
And it's not that like it's
You can wear a
Hawaiian
tuxedo
style.
T-shirt if you want,
I'm
but Hex
going
is
to wear a
certainly
tuxedo
not wearing it.
t-shirt.
Even Hex sees that and goes, "That's a little gauche."
Yeah. It's not like this is a black tie circus.
It's a circus.
It's a circus.
Well, you can.
I mean, this is no Gotham circus.
Brittany
you know?
is the high society person.
Exactly.
Well, I imagine she dresses up something like maybe it's like a cummerbund.
What?
Is that what they're called?
Yeah, like the little like
Are you
sash
saying he's
across the
only
tummy.
wearing a cummerbund?
No, I'm trying to describe it, but I was trying to remember what it's called.
I feel like I'm just gonna wear beach wear. It's
Also,
a circus.
Do people wear cummerbunds anymore? I feel like that's very outdated.
I mean,
I think
for
people still
formal
do.
events,
It's fantasy cummerbunds.
Yeah.
Fantasy Cumberbatch.
Got it.
So I imagine Hex is wearing like a white vest with the cummerbund.
The question is, who does Hex
It's a
listen
circus.
I imagine he listens
Because it is
to
a
Atlas.
it is an upscale. It's a
Hopefully
circus like Cirque du Soleil is a circus.
So Perrin
It's a
walks
fancy.
in flip flops and Hawaiian shirt and little shorts and goes up to Hex wearing roughly the same. It's like, you look great, man. Oh, I love it. That's exactly what everybody will be wearing at the circus. Just like that.
It's
It's casual.
I get me some flip flop wear as well.
It's sort of like, here's what I would say I would imagine, right? Like imagine if you're at a resort and, people are going out to a nice thing that they're doing at the resort, right? Like some performance, whatever like that. But all you've got is like, I brought one dress or one, nice-ish thing, but it's still like, it'll be comfortable in the heat. You know what I mean? It's like a light dress or
I feel like
something.
seersucker is what you wear in that situation.
Rhaegar
you
can
wear a
that.
straw boater and you wear seersucker suit.
So Rhaegar comes in a full suit.
Seersucker.
Seersucker.
What is a seersucker?
Seersucker is what like they wear in the South.
Yeah.
It's like white. It's
I'm looking.
It's a loose
It's like a
knit.
linen suit kind of.
Oh, that is
Brittany
hideous.
does not approve.
Brittany does not
What are you
approve.
talking about?
Of the seersucker.
What? Seersucker's not bad.
See
Yeah.
Hex in
No, no.
one.
Yeah,
That'd be
thank you.
cute. That's
So-
what I was sort of
You would
thinking
spill
of.
so much shit on that.
Well, he doesn't
Yeah,
drink
if you're a
great.
sloppy mess of a person.
Are you a person? People spill things.
So just all your dresses just have stains all over them.
No, no, I don't eat while I'm wearing my fancy clothes.
Oh my goodness. So,
Now I'm going to have to provide pictures of seersucker because
Yes.
your reaction was so disgusted.
Yeah.
You're like, what is this garbage clothing that you're wearing?
Ew.
So there's a range of different outfits in our
Yes.
group.
Yeah.
yes. So, I'm trying to be mindful of the time right now, which I
sorry.
think means that we're probably towards the end of this episode. I'm not
Getting
sure.
close.
Yeah.
So, everybody figures out their outfits that they're going to wear on the day.
Yes.
But we'll say that that's happening tomorrow.
Sure.
So what would you guys like to do in paradise?
Ooh.
we've got some time to kill. I mean, it's not going to happen until tomorrow. So
Can I go find some rubes?
You want to go find some rubes? Okay. You want to just go mess with people, maybe people on the beach or in the bar, or what are you trying to think?
I follow him.
You follow him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to go pull I want to find some rubes at the bar.
Okay.
And exploit them.
All right. So so Christina's following you along. Are you going to tutor Christina in your ways?
Sure. I don't want to tutor. I just want to watch.
Well, I mean, you're going to be tutored,
Am I?
Yeah, it's going to happen. You're watching. You're going to learn a thing or two. You're inconsequentially going to be tutored by my sleight of hand. So the two of you walk into a bar. Mm-hmm. There are several patrons at tables and at the bar, and they're all around. It's a pretty lively situation. We'll say it's maybe 3-4 in the afternoon, but again, paradise. So people have been day drunk for hours. Mm-hmm. It's just been Mai Tais all the way down.
I order a Mai Tai as well.
You order a Mai Tai,
and then I go and
all on Perrin's tab.
I find a table with a clear view of wherever Rhaegar is going to be doing things.
Okay, so you grab a drink, you go and sit in the back, and you're just observing what. And
I want to sit back and I want to listen to what's happening at the bar. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to
the
find most obnoxious person at the bar.
Okay.
Like somebody who might be bragging about how amazing they are. Just like a real piece of work, All
right. So, roll a perception roll.
Oh my God, that's so bad.
All right. You hear...
that's a 6.
You hear a halfling at the bar.
Okay.
Who's saying, "Oh, I love this place. It's so wonderful. It's been so long since I've been able to make it back here. I am so proud of all the work we've done here. It is just wonderful. So great. Hey, Rhaegar! Come on up here. Come here. Oh, I want you guys to meet Rhaegar. He's great. This guy over here, he's the best at sleight of hand. Sometimes he comes up to me and he tickles. Don't you do it. I know you're gonna. I
wave my fingers in the air.
This guy, he's magical with his hands. You gotta watch yourself around him. He might get you. So just be careful. Anyway, Rhaegar, you're great. I love you, buddy. Oh my goodness. Christina, how are you doing?
I am fantastic, Perrin.
Oh, so good to see you, Christina.
These Mai Tais, delicious.
Aren't they the best?
Me and Rhaegar were actually coming down here to get a drink. We were just enjoying ourselves.
Great. I hope you're having a wonderful time here. Oh, Rhaegar, you're the best, buddy. Anyway, I don't mean to take you away from everybody else. I just wanted to let everybody know how great you are.
You're amazing.
Love you so much.
Rhaegar, would you like to teach me at another bar?
Look, I'm not done. Right?
So, while this is happening, what are you doing? I'm laughing too hard right now. It hurts. It hurts.
I invite Hex for a nice, relaxing lay down on the beach with also Mai Tais.
Okay. So you and Hex walk on down to the beach.
And I guess Alice too, if you want, but I feel like you wouldn't join us at the beach.
I've got other stuff in mind.
Exactly.
Okay. So you and Hex, you walk down to the beach. He is in full on Hawaiian gear now, essentially, right? It's a floral shirt, Hawaiian style.
I've changed into a proper bikini with a little loose shawl.
Perfect.
Yeah.
He's wearing short shorts and flip flops and the hat, sunglasses as well. And you guys walk down to the beach together. So, what are we doing here?
Relaxing. Do you know how to relax? We sit on the beach. We listen to the waves. We feel the warmth of the sun, and we drink fine drinks.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about anything.
You hand him a Mai Tai, and he kind of. Okay. And he just sort of sits next to you the whole time.
And we enjoy our beach in a little bit of silence.
The tranquility.
Exactly.
If you want tranquility, Hex is a good partner to take with you.
Does a seagull land on him?
No. roll a d20 real quick.
For seagulls landing on him?
Yeah, well, just roll, and then depending on what you roll, I'll come up with something.
11.
All right. So,
I just imagine he's standing stock still.
Right, so he's standing still, he's got the drink or whatever like that, and a bird lands right on the hat, okay? And sort of kind of stamps around a little bit, and then just kind of plops down on his hat. So there's now a bird that is sort of nested on
That's adorable.
on his hat.
That's the most
fancy.
He doesn't
adorable thing.
notice, but it
It's a
happened.
really
nonetheless.
nice hat.
I mean, if you were there, he would thank you, but you're not. Atlas, so what are you doing with your time?
I'd like to talk to Zebo. Is that his name?
Yes, Evo.
And ask him, hey Zebo,
Yes.
if there was let's say if I was looking for a blacksmith that was, say, capable of crafting a sword that could crack lightning out of it, where would one look in this town that there's like some sort of amazing elemental blacksmith? Are you aware of anyone like that here?
He looks at you with like a very perplexed and confused stare. You know, I've had some very odd requests here before, but I think you just won. Because I have no idea what you're asking for.
All right.
We don't really have blacksmiths here that do what you're talking about. If you've got, like, maybe some horseshoes that need repairing, I could find someone for you. Or perhaps if you have some studs on your clothing that you would like replaced, I can certainly find someone for you there. As far as finding some kind of weapon of war that can cast mystical spells out of it, I don't think you're in the right town.
All right. Thanks.
See, he is a dick.
Now, do you be a dick back, Ash?
I leave him a piece of bubble gum.
Okay, so back to Rhaegar. You had said that maybe there was something else that you had wanted to do.
Oh, I figured that I would just wait, until maybe the clientele changed a little bit,
Oh, the old.
I feel like it's just a little bit too early in the day
Okay,
to be pulling these kind of
Cover's been
schemes. All right.
blowing a little bit.
Roll another d20 real quick.
19.
All right, so
That's way better.
A lot of the people who were here when
Wait, what am I rolling, by the way?
You're just rolling to see if the clientele changed.
I rolled for another Mai Tai.
Okay,
14.
14. Yeah,
I don't think you need to roll.
I don't think you need to roll for that.
I'm just
she
rolling
rolled for
because
it,
I want to.
and so she gets a double
Oh, nice.
on the house. Like parents not even get charged for that.
I like this. She gets drunk. She's
Yeah.
influenced.
Yeah.
Like
Parent.
she's open influence.
Come over here, sit with me.
Hey, what's up?
We're just going to relax. We're just going to watch.
Oh, just relaxing.
Just relaxing.
Large up. He's like all the way in like some other place.
Okay, while she's
kinda like peek
talking-
his head out like, yes, Perrin.
While she's talking to Lordrum and Perrin,
Yep.
can I leave because she's blowing up my spot?
She's helping you.
She's not. I don't want Lordrum and Perrin to watch me rob people.
But she just brought Perrin away from the bar.
Fair enough. Okay, fair enough.
So what I was saying before, though, is when you rolled your roll, you were
Yes.
rolling to see what percentage of the clientele has now turned over from when Perrin blew up
Okay.
your spot.
Okay.
So most of them did. Like
Okay.
there's like maybe one person still around. You know who that is. You're avoiding them.
Perrin?
No,
Well, yes.
no, but like of all the other people that were around, you're definitely avoiding
Okay.
them. So yeah, there's actually like a lot of new clientele. that come
Okay,
through. So
okay.
maybe you got a chance here.
Okay,
So what's your deal? What's your grip?
So I would like to, again, try to find the most loud and obnoxious person in the bar
It's definitely
Who is-
still parent.
most deserving of me
That
trying
isn't
to
Perrin.
pull a quick one on them.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. 14.
Okay.
Can I roll anything with that? I mean, can I roll
Perception.
Okay, perception. So that's a 16.
16. Yeah. So, other than Perrin, right, who you obviously can always hear, there's a woman at the bar with someone else with her, a man who she clearly is saying like, oh, I did have the third diamond delivered here because I thought we could use it, but I don't know. The circus is just so goosh. I don't know if I want to wear that there. I do have a couple others with me that would be, I don't know, more appropriate for the setting, but who knows? Really, I don't know what I should do. So you hear that and you're like, okay, this person's stuck up and could maybe use some stealing.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
What do you
I tap Christina and say, play along.
Okay.
Okay. And I go up to the bar.
I wink.
Okay. And then I go up to the bar.
For those listening, she did the hex wink.
I go up to the bar with 1 silver.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I say to Christina, oh my God, I just lost so much on the boat, but we need to pay for lodging and food. And all I have is this rare silver that's been misprinted. Sure, I could probably get, I don't know, 250 silver for it if I were to trade it on the mainland, but there's nobody who could possibly purchase this here. How are we going to pay for our stay here, Christina?
Roll a charisma check. Or performance if you have it. But.
12 and... Woo, get back on you. Performance, I have a +2, so that's a 14 on performance.
Okay. Give me a second.
Give me that book.
So, this woman, she kind of overhears you, and she's like, Oh, you say you have a rare misprinted silver, do you?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I overheard what you were saying there, and it sounded like you said you maybe have some kind of misprinted silver.
I do. It's the last coin I have. My father actually gave it to me before he passed away, and
Oh, an heirloom, you say?
it is. It's been on our family for quite some time, but you can see that it was actually the date on the coin was printed upside down, and I mean, I don't want to have to pawn it, but I have a problem, and I lost all my money on the ship, and
That does sound like a very low-born problem, if I've ever heard of one myself.
my father told me it would be the death of me.
Ah, yes, of course. Well, I could potentially help you in this situation if you needed it. What would you like to sell that for if you were to?
Well, if I were back home, I could easily get 250 silver for this coin. But I don't think anywhere
That's
in
25.
Stormhome could possibly give me that much.
Well, I may know a few potential buyers, but I don't know. I'd have to inspect it, you know, and see that it's what you say it is.
Well, of course. It just, be careful with it.
And
While he's obviously buttering him up,
Mhm.
I'm going to cast prestidigitation
Okay.
on the coin
I
What are you
love
gonna do?
it.
just to make it look like what he's saying.
Okay, so but is that like an illusion that you're casting upon it or something?
Prestidigitation, I do believe.
I thought that was just to make you allow you to move things. It's prestidigitation.
It
thought you
allows you
could
to create a magical effect within the range.
Yeah.
You create an instantaneous, harmless sensory effect.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you're trying to make it look like what he says. Okay. Is there a saving throw or anything like that, or like what do you have to do with that?
The object can be no longer than 1 cubic foot.
Perfect.
Chula worm? No, it doesn't make color or small mark. Symbol appear. If you cast a spell multiple times, you have to have three of its non-instantaneous
Do you have to
effects.
roll for it at all, or is it just
It's
a
a
spell that you
cantrip,
cast?
It's a cantrip.
It's a
Oh,
cantrip.
beautiful. You just cast it.
Nice.
Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll a perception roll for the person who did
Okay.
this, basically to see if they can detect any issues with it, essentially. Okay, so she sort of, looks at the coin, examines it. Oh, yes, of course.
I mean,
Yes.
I don't really trust you since it's our last money.
Christina, come on. This might be our only chance.
I know, but I feel really
What you're asking for is a lot of money.
I know, and that's why I don't want to just have you handle it like that. That could be our only.
I'm so sorry.
Look at me as
Look,
such a
Christina,
commoner.
look it. She can 1 silver to her. If she thinks that's a fake, then she'll just take the 1 silver. It's
Vandrew,
not
look at
that-
this. What do you think, Vandrew? Oh, yes, it does look like what he says it is. It does look quite different. Yes.
I don't like them
Indeed.
handling it though. It's our only coin.
But maybe, just maybe, we can get enough to
All right.
make it home.
Roll a d20.
Okay. We'll go with this one. 13 and
What's your charisma?
charisma is 2, 15.
All right. I'll offer you 150.
What do you say to 175?
Deal.
Thank you so much.
Fandral, the purse. Fandral, the person next to her, clearly like reaches into this bag and pulls out like a bunch of like little like bags, essentially, and like kind of like one over here, one over there, one over here.
So to make it easier for you,
and hands you a bunch of bags.
To make it easier for you, 10 silver is 1 gold.
Yeah.
So.
You think I'm keeping track of money?
No, I'm just saying, I was trying to make it easier, smaller amount,
So he hands you all these bags of money, and they kind of like walk away with this coin, just kind of like, oh, we made a fortune there. This
good thinking, Christina.
Shut up.
And they sort of walk away, and
so I'm going to split the take with Christina. Okay, so I'm going to give you half.
Okay, whatever.
And then
is half
Lordrum kind of steps in between you and kind of says, "What did you just do?"
We sold him a coin.
We're making
Have
money.
you seen it? It was a double minted. It's a misprint. The date's upside down.
I didn't see the coin. I did see what you did. He sort of looks at you, and you know that he saw you cast a little spell.
Lordrum, I wouldn't be here where I am without, Look,
I'm not going to tell anyone, because you're our esteemed guests, and if anything you do looks poor, it looks poorly upon myself and Perrin. Now, I'm just going to turn a blind eye. Please don't do that again. Both Christina and Rhaegar just did a hex wink. And so I think what we'll say there is we'll go ahead and we'll call it for today. You all retire to your rooms. You are prepared for the circus, which we will attend to next episode on Hero Squad.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Rick here. Hope you guys enjoyed that episode of Hero Squad Under the Dragon Shadow. And if you guys did, maybe consider becoming one of our patrons at patreon.com/StumpGamers, like all these amazing people have. Your guys' help directly contributes to us creating new series like Uranium Chef, Hero Squad, and so much more to come in the future. So if you guys can, click that link down below. Thanks for your support, guys. We'll see you next time.